buds. They coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic. I'm talking taste buds.
Welcome to Taste Buds, Taste Buddies. My name is Joe DeRosa.
And I'm Joe DeRosa.
You just setting the tone?
Setting the tone, babe.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go.
I'm
Silly, goofy tone.
Goof.
That's good.
Goofball.
We need it. We need it today. It is a miserable day outside.
Oh, it's like 114 degrees out there.
It's horrible. Traffic everywhere. Me and Pimp got here like, I think, an hour late each or something like that.
That's all right.
Traffic was brutal. Oh, God. It just
I just
sucks.
walk around the house in the bathrobe waiting for you guys.
It just really sucks out there today. I ate 4 pieces of KFC for breakfast. Cold.
Well, that would imply you had KFC for dinner.
Yeah, I had it for dinner last night, too.
I've been really wanting KFC.
I might have to drive out to my folks tonight after this, and I didn't know if I was going to go home, and it was like sitting there, and I didn't have much in the house. I was like,
how close did you get the KFC delivered through an app, or did you go get it?
No, I had it delivered. It was 98 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, it gives me just one more night, una noche.
Yeah, poor bastard who had to deliver it. I felt bad for
Did Nick Lachey deliver it?
It was.
I'm going to stop on my puns with 98 degrees because
90,
nobody needs them.
Oh, I get it.
Nobody
okay.
needs them, and they also didn't make sense.
I never knew any of their songs.
These new apps are dangerous when you can start just getting like our whole lives. Fast food cannot be delivered, and now it's just like anything you want. So what do you do? What do you do when you get the delivery and you're eating solo? Is a bucket involved?
Oh yeah,
it still involves a bucket.
Well, they have something called the $20 family fill-up.
Yeah,
you can't beat it. It's 8 pieces of chicken.
Yeah, that's why I love it.
And 3 large sides.
I love that the single guy's ordering the $20 family fill-up.
Yeah.
I love that you said that. You're like, well, they got something I like to order. I think they're targeting me. It's called a $20 family fill-up. I eat it alone in the dark over the course of 3 days.
Basically. No, you can't beat it. It's such a deal. It's 8 pieces, 3 large sides. It's like why would you, if you got
and you got to purchase for the life you want, not the life you have.
Yeah, but if you got a 4-piece meal, it would be like $15.
Right.
And with a soda you don't want because it just traveled 45 minutes.
Right.
In a paper cup.
So what's the deal?
$20.
KFC, shout out KFC.
Shout outs to KFC.
If you're watching, and we know that you are.
Shouts to Popeyes too, though.
I've never had them.
Oh my God.
Is Popeyes based on Popeye the cartoon character?
Yes.
Then why is he on none of the branding, or is he? Or do I not know?
I think he was at one point.
Are you telling me that they want us to believe?
Look at the font. That's Popeye font.
Right. Everyone assumes Popeyes is named for the cartoon character, but the honor actually goes to a fictional 70s detective. Founder Al Copeland named his place for Gene Hackman's Popeye Doyle from the front. Okay, 2 things. One, the quickness and the assuredness at which you answered me that it was about the Sailor Man.
Hold on, but I've seen Popeye. I've seen Popeye's
in
chicken
that
stuff
font,
with
right?
That's the Popeyes logo font. But I've also seen Popeye's face on stuff like from Popeyes.
Clearly you haven't. That was Gene Hackman's face, definitely. Clearly you have not.
Hold on. Look at that. His face is on the building.
No, that's got to be photoshopped. No. What? You're right. Popeye's chicken and biscuit. Wait,
See?
that's got to be fake. Is that fake or real?
It looks real to me. It's on the internet. It must be real.
But that is the Popeye font of the Sailor Man, right? See the Popeye, or unless it's similar? We have the internet at our disposal. We need to know right now.
Look at this. Popeye special.
Go to Popeye's Wikipedia page. Okay. Popeyes is an American multinational chain of fried chicken fast food restaurants founded in 1972 in NOLA, headquartered in Miami. Since 2008, its full brand name is Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen, Inc. We've all rejected that as a society. And it was formerly named Popeye's Chicken and Biscuits and Popeye's Famous Fried Chicken and Biscuits. Right. It is currently a subsidiary of Toronto-based Restaurant Brands International. All right, let's go. Popeyes is second largest quick service beyond KFC. Let's scroll a little more. Let's go to the name maybe. Right there, history, name. Alvin C. Copeland claimed he named the store after the fictional detective Jimmy Popeye Doyle in the 1970s. He might have been doing that maybe to avoid some
and the fact that they clearly received a cease and desist that said, add Louisiana Kitchen to your name.
Right.
The company's early brand became deeply tied to the cartoon star with its sponsorship of the Popeye and Pals children's show in New Orleans, and the character appeared on items from packaging to racing boats. See? So
This
I wasn't
does not
talking
make
out of my
sense.
ass.
The chain later acquired rights to use Popeye the Sailor for marketing and used it for 35
Okay,
years.
there you go.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't
Okay.
talking out
Well,
of my
that's why
ass.
instead of before I piled on with you, I said let's go to the videotape.
How about you
like Warner
apologize?
Wolf.
Now apologize.
I have nothing to apologize for.
Yeah, you jumped on
I
me a little
paused.
bit. You jumped on
I
me a
did the
little bit.
research. I came back the right way. You should be applauding me for handling this in a way
There's
that
past
was
things
mature,
I'd like apologies
mature.
for, to be honest with you.
So
Anyway, today's
this
content.
so he claimed it was Popeye Doyle, a Gene Hackman's character from the
Just
French guy. He
outrageous.
claimed his fast casual chicken dining restaurants were that of the detective from the French Connection
Yeah.
film in '71.
What an outrageous.
But then went in and bought the rights to the Sailor Man
Yeah.
and used that for 35 years, and that's probably when they took on the font.
Well, I would suppose so. Who are you, Detective Popeye Doyle? The way you just solved that mystery?
Well, no, but your claws are out, I guess.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
They shouldn't be. I should go easy on you today because you are going to get just smeared today. I don't know what you're thinking.
You know why I think the only chance I have of not coming out on top here is because let's just be bold and let's just be honest with them. Let's tell them right now. They love to guess who we took. Who do you think I took? I took Martini. Joe's taking Margarita.
They're all going to say I took Martini. They're all going to say it,
I
just
think
like
you're-
they all said I took pretzels.
I think you're right. I think they're right because I think that they think that you'll have some air of snootiness to you with the Martini because that's what you project. And they'll think that I'm part Spanish, and so that's the drink of my people. But what I think is that you might skew Margarita popularity because I think social media is a young person's game, and I think more young people are in tune, and Margarita is more relevant to younger people. You got older people, a little more sophisticated. It's a little more of a classic cocktail. It's for someone who enjoys their spirits and who has been a drinker for a long time. Martini was the king of all kings of drinks for the longest time ever. It's the drink of James Bond. It's the drink of the business lunch, the two martini lunch. You know what I mean? It's mergers and acquisitions. People are moving and shaking. It's people in evening gowns. It's weddings. It's sophistication.
Well, so it's going to be interesting because whiskey is currently the most popular spirit in the U.S. market. Jack Daniels being the most in-demand brand, my favorite booze of all time. Rum is the second most popular.
That blows my bees off because I worked in a bar for a decade, and vodka reigns supreme. Now martinis skewed split many different ways: gin, vodka.
You want to talk your classic old school drinks. It's all gin martinis. Vodka is the secondary martini. It's the martini I prefer. It's the only type of martini I'll drink. But
same, but I think that's
vodka,
nowadays. I think the gin martini is going back to play it against Sam.
But you're talking about this thing in the sense of play it against Sam. You're talking about the history and how it reigned supreme forever. That was the gin martini. In this day and age, I mean, look, let's just start with the obvious. We live in New York City.
A decade ago, we're having this debate while Mad Men was in its stride. You're
nuts.
taking a bath.
You're nuts. They were drinking whiskey on the rocks. Scotch was Mad Men.
Yeah,
you're nuts.
But what I saw in the biz is vodka. I would go through double any other liquor until Jameson ended up having this renaissance like it became like, I don't know, like hipsters co-opted it and then it spread out from there. But I
everybody
don't remember.
loves Tito's and soda.
Tito's is the newest vodka to really take a market share. But I could say that when I was in the bar, the second most sold liquor I would have, or if not closely tied to vodka, would be a whiskey in the form of an Irish whiskey in the form of a Jameson. So it's very telling to me that this is saying that would you say was the number whiskey and rum on
whiskey?
the
Jack Daniels most in demand, and then rum is second most popular. Well, now look,
gin is definitely the least. I mean, if you're not having gin gin is gin and juice, it's gin and tonic, and it's gin in a specialty cocktail. But gin is not the liquor of choice at parties. It's not the liquor of choice at events. I
got a friend that drinks gin gimlets. They're his favorite drink, and it's just I just can't do it.
You ever have a Gibson?
What's that? With the onions?
With the cocktail
Disgusting. No, I never had it. It looks so gross. I love onions too, but not in my drink.
So it wasn't you love onions,
But not in my
never
drink.
intrigued you? But it's a cocktail onion. It's not really.
No. The idea of an onion in my drink is so gross to me. I can't even.
Wait, there's an onion in my drink.
But let me tell you, let's start with the obvious of why you're going to get clobbered today. We live in New York City. You walk through New York City. Have you ever seen a sandwich board in front of a bar that says, come on in for frozen martini? Come on in for
I knew
our
you were going to come in with the frozen
special.
margarita.
Come on in for our, martinis all day. Cinco de Mayo, we got martinis.
You got your day at Cinco de Mayo. I get
You
that.
know, but
I see it on the sandwich boards, but you're talking downtown, babe. You go to Midtown.
Oh, but it's even heavier in Midtown.
You go Midtown, you go Uptown. I think you're tapping into the martini market. First of all, up by the park, it's martinis all day or day.
You are crazy.
What do you mean? You got old money up there.
You are crazy. You're going up to the roof of Lincoln Center. You're going up to the roof of Lincoln Center to that bar that has the waterfalls in it. And you're sitting outside. You're telling me the people up there, the hotties up there, are drinking fucking martinis? Are you nuts?
Here's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that 23rd Street to 58th Street, you got Midtown, you got steakhouses, you got lunches, you got offices. Those people are pounding martinis. Downtown, you got some livelihood, you got some youth, you got some outdoor cafes. I think Margarita has a strong hold. Tiebreaker, we're going Uptown. You're
putting too much.
Again, we're talking just New York here.
You're putting way too much stake on the businessman contingent of Uptown, because I'll tell you this, that is a very specific businessman contingent. All right, you go into Gramercy, for example, that's a businessman neighborhood.
Okay,
that's going to be margaritas all day long. You're not going to catch one of those Gramercy kids drinking a martini. Not one of them. By the way, Pimp just pointed out the most popular drink in New York State is a vodka fizz.
Okay, well, that doesn't make it. Who took that survey?
Look,
I've never even heard.
Looks a little martini-ish,
like a slow gin fizz. It's like a Ricky.
Slow gin is red.
No, but I'm just saying it's the concept of a fizz. But I'll tell you, that can't be true.
What is it? Just club soda, vodka, and lemon?
Seems like it.
That's it?
I don't know about that, but honestly, it sounds refreshing, and I'd like one right now.
I know. I want one real bad right now. It looks really good.
We should go make them and come back. Let's make vodka fizzes. We always sipping whiskey or a beer, but we never make a nice cocktail.
I feel bad we're holding Pimp up if we stop and go make drinks.
You think Pimp doesn't want a gin fizz? I mean, a vodka fizz? Wait, let me do this.
No, let's go.
But
don't say it. No, we got to do it.
I had some other points to make.
We'll make them when we get back. Now I can't think of anything but the vodka fizz.
All right, fine, but I was really going to go on a thing about how Martini's classy. No, today I took notes, and I did notes for Margarita and Martini. Stay tuned.
It tastes like a margarita.
Of course it does not.
It tastes way closer to a margarita than a
It's
martini.
vodka soda with mint, simple syrup,
lemon.
and lemon.
So citrus, sugar flavor.
It tastes like vodka to me, though.
But it tastes way closer to a margarita than a martini.
All right.
Am I wrong?
No, I think it tastes more like a martini because it's vodka, and I taste straight vodka nearly.
Sal.
I don't need to agree with you that the drink I just made tastes more like a margarita. It has no bearing on this episode.
It's not salty at all. A
Margarita,
martini.
too sweet, too sour, too salty. That's trip twos.
Well, look.
But the salt rim glass everyone loves shaking a leg at, that they love it. Give me a break, man. Just getting blasted with sodium in the middle of sipping on tequila.
Do you ever have a frozen strawberry margarita? I mean, it'll change your life.
Yeah, I have. But let me tell you, I have notes on frozen. Frozen margarita is a scam, I wrote. You can maybe have one before it's gross.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's something you knock back one after the next. It's like eating 3 bowls of ice cream in a row or something, but it's a wonderful treat on a hot day.
Let me go down my margarita list. I told you, most times they're too sweet, too sour, too salty for me. They give me instant heartburn, and I'm sure they do that to many people across the globe. Okay?
Too salty, he says, with a drink that has olive juice in it. And
he's
saying
all I mean is when you salt
salty.
that rim and you're throwing rock salt right on your tongue. like as you're trying to sip a drink. I get that it's like the first sip was always like, oh, a little salty thing to mix in with the, but then after that, you're just consuming rock salt with every sip.
You're
It's
not,
a bit
and
much.
here's why. And this is what I do with the salted glass. I lick away 2 areas, 2 spaces to get a nice 2 salt sip, okay, or 2 sip salts, however you want to put it, okay, and then I keep that clearing, and then I go from that clearing, and when I go from that clearing, a grain here or there gets pulled in, and it's very nice.
Oh, and you think that's how you measure what your salt intake is?
Yeah,
That's not what
I don't
find.
go
What
around
I
the
find
entire
is the
rim.
salt starts running down the whole perimeter of the glass, the whole circumference, and then 5 minutes in, you got salt all over your hands with
for God's
lime
sakes.
juice running down. If they
With
garnish
all
with
over
lime.
your hands. What are you doing with these drinks?
I'm sorry, my drink is way more sophisticated. I could have it up in a stemmed glass, and I hold it with 2 fingers, and nothing gets on me whatsoever.
Nothing gets on you with a margarita.
It's a sloppy drink.
It's not a sloppy drink.
Hangover City, by the by. When you're mixing sour mix and all that other stuff, and tequila, 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, what, Joe?
4.
Floor, Joe.
But try to get a skinny margarita then, and no
I'm not
hangover
traipsing-
whatsoever.
I'm not traipsing around town ordering skinny margaritas. Nobody is.
I mean,
this isn't an episode of Sex
a
in the City.
silver no, because they drink teenies, by the way. Apple teenies.
I'm sure they drink
Choco
Cosmos.
teenies.
Well, that's. Oh, I didn't even. I'm going up against you, and I thought I was with a classic.
I know you are.
Olive.
I know you
gin
are,
or
but I'm
vodka
saying don't you
martini.
throw Sex in the
But
City
you're
in my
throwing-
face.
But
when
hold on a second now, because if you're throwing in frozens and strawberries and the like, then look out. Because I'll come
go
to the party
straight-
with apple
I'll go straight up-
espresso
I'll
martini.
go straight up margarita. Straight up margarita, by the way, is fresh lime juice. It's none of that sour mix.
I understand that,
Okay,
but what are you doing?
So there's
we didn't
zero hangover.
We didn't make a distinction in the polls because if I got espresso martini, apple teeny,
No.
and all that other stuff in
We're
between,
going straight ups. We're
what
going
I
straight
thought.
ups. I'm
We
just
should've-
saying, you're
we
going to
should've-
dangle Sex in the City in my face.
well,
I'm going to say.
we should have in the polls put original martini, original margarita. We shot ourselves in the foot now.
I don't think so. I think, folks, it's time for work. It's time for play. It's the summertime. All right. And a lot of you are going to be on the move. That's what you do in the summer. You're going to the beach. You're going to the barbecue. You're going to the store. You're going to your house. You're going all over the place. And you want your music. You want your podcasts. And you want convenience. That's where Raycons come in. I like these devices. It's a great little set of wireless earbuds. They're Bluetooth, obviously. They're giving you crisp, powerful beats at half the price.
My favorite thing, and I will just jump in here because I do have a favorite thing about my Raycons, and it is the battery. It's the battery because I have other earbuds that claim to have long battery life, and they always screw me. But I have taken Raycons on a weekend trip with me, and I have charged them prior, and I have come home with like half the battery life left. It's ridiculous.
My favorite part is the half the price. I like that we have 2 different favorites, right? But
is-
then also, your favorite thing is great for me, and my favorite thing is great for you. Half the price of these other premium brands, better battery life. Raycons are built to go wherever you go with a quick and seamless Bluetooth pairing and a compact charging case, of course. So listen up. Let's get you 15% off all of their products, okay? Just because you're listening to our show here. You go to buyraycon.com/tastebuds. That's buyraycon.com/tastebuds. And at that URL, you're going to get 15% off your entire Raycon order. It's such a good deal. So just go, grab a pair, grab a spare. Get some here, get some there.
That's 15% off at buyraycon.com/tastebuds. Buyraycon.com/tastebuds.
BetterHelp. I like this service quite a bit. I like what they're doing over at BetterHelp because look, let's be honest. A lot of people these days have stuff that's interfering with their happiness or something that's preventing them from achieving their goals. And that's why I'm proud that this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. This is not a crisis line. It's not a self-help. It's professional counseling that it's done all securely online. So it takes a lot of the bureaucratic stuff you'd have to go through to find some help for yourself out of the equation, puts it right in your hands, gives you control, and gives you a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in your area.
That's the thing about the online stuff, is that you can have way more experts at your fingertips than you would have locally where you are. So,
and I like that you can, by the way, how hastened this process is, that you can move quickly, because I went to BetterHelp to talk about a man in my life. His name's Chris DiStefano. He's awful.
yeah. And you needed an expert to talk to.
Yeah, I needed an expert to talk to, because I couldn't believe that a man like this actually walked the earth. And I was able to get right in there and talk about Chris and make things right for myself and learn how to accept a heavy quotes person like this. Anyway,
No, but people are responding to BetterHelp. We see it through the podcast. I see it in other ads. I hear people talking about it. They even right here, they tell us that they're actually recruiting additional counselors in every single state. So get on the wagon here. Get not that you get on the train. Visit, it's help too. It's not health. So it's visit betterhelp.com/tastebuds. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. Special offer for you guys. Tastebud listeners get 10% off the first month. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/tastebuds. Why not try it out? I have Margarita is for amateur hour people. Okay, Margarita is a spring break drink.
Call the
That's what it
entire
is.
country Mexico amateur hour.
No. I mean,
a
I know
country
it's
drink.
native to Mexico, but everywhere else in the world, Margarita is, you know what it is. It's a happy hour, spring break,
Okay, and guess what? A martini is elderly hour. We're at the home. We let Uncle Jake still have his one martini every day because he's going to die soon.
I have a Margarita is hard to make good at home.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
You know it's not hard to make.
But it is. If you don't have a shaker and you don't have the right ingredients.
It's simple syrup, lime, and tequila.
But when people make me a Margarita from their home, I'm usually like, oh, it's good. And I'm like, oh, this isn't like they do in the store. Like a store, and then I mean a store, I mean an establishment like a bar, or restaurant.
I disagree with that, but sure, it is a few more ingredients than your standard martini. I'll tell you this. I think a martini is incredibly hard to make if you're bringing vermouth into the mix. I get every martini extra dry.
So do I.
And dirty, because I find that if you don't do those two steps, the martini can suck a lot of the time. A glass of ice cold vodka with just vodka flavor is gross. A glass of ice cold vodka with a lot of vermouth flavor is really gross.
Yeah, but heavy on the vermouth is the death kiss to the martini. You got to make sure you have a competent bartender.
People don't specify dry; they like a vermouth flavor.
Okay, fair enough. Like anything else, both can be made badly.
I think a dry martini, dirty, is key. Now, here's also the problem with that. And it then depends on the vodka you're drinking, because I don't like the taste of Tito's straight up. I don't mind it mixed, but I don't like it straight. I have to have a Kettle One martini, or I don't like a martini. If you have the wrong vodka or even the wrong olive flavor or olive juice, you're fucked. You could make a good margarita, good tasting margarita with Silver Cuervo, some sour mix if you had to, and some lime juice. You're out the door.
Sour mix in the margarita, I absolutely hate it.
Listen,
it's
fine.
It's sugar. It's sour.
Then
it gives you heartburn.
Then simple syrup and lime juice.
Also,
as I said.
usually when someone's mixing a margarita, they're using shit tequila. You're not putting in those beautiful, high quality agave, añejo.
That's fine. I'm fine with a Silver Cuervo is a good
Silver
standard
Cuervo
margarita.
is bottom of the barrel. If I'm being honest.
Okay, but Silver Cuervo in a martini is good.
But I'm saying a lot of times a margarita is made with well alcohol, with well tequila, and it's, unless you're ordering like a Cadillac margarita.
I've never been able to tell. And have I had a bad?
That's because what you're really drinking and what your taste buds are picking up is just the lime juice, the simple syrup, or the sour mix.
No, I could taste the tequila.
It's dominating the tequila. You just said you could never tell what type of tequila.
No, I said I can't tell that I've had a bad tequila in it, because the difference is the tequila flavor is just one of many flavors coming through in a margarita. In a vodka martini or a gin martini dry, you better have the exact right gin or the exact right vodka, because that's all you're tasting.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you have the exact right? You're ordering it made to order. If I'm at a bar, I'm going to pick the vodka
You don't
I
think
want.
you don't think I can pick the tequila I want in a margarita?
No, but you just told me you picked Cuervo Silver.
I'm
Nothing
saying-
against Jose.
I'm
I know
saying-
you're watching. We know you are.
I'm
but
saying that tastes good to me. I'm saying, but I also have the option to go a Casamigos or a Hornitos or an Espolón or
it's a
whatever I
waste,
want.
is what I'm telling you. Well, Espolón is also just. It's like.
But my point is
But I'm
I
saying you
can
wouldn't
pick-
get a high end. You wouldn't drink a high end tequila in a mixed margarita. You're
Not
you're
true.
masking
People drink. I'm a big fan of a mezcal margarita, and mezcal only gets so low, in my opinion.
Okay, that's true. But my point is, for the most part, though, you're masking the tequila taste with the other ingredients. So typically,
You're mixing,
a margarita.
babe. You're mixing.
Yeah, but you're masking.
You're mixing.
That's why you can't tell what's in it.
You're mixing.
But you're not going to spend bucks on a high-end tequila and then mix all the other shit in and mask the taste. You want that tequila pure and you want it straight. So a lot of times when you're drinking a margarita, you're not really drinking that good of it. I told you, know it was in there. You know that. I'm sorry. I muddled. I muddled.
The guy that complained about a messy drink. This is your drink that you made.
I muddled. Look at how beautiful I did this. I sliced fresh lemon, and then I put the lemon circles in there, and then I found some spearmint in the fridge, and I muddled it, and I put it in the muddled spearmint. What I should have did, and I told you I made the mistake, I should have put it in the shaker. I should have shook it in the shaker, and I should have let it into the
against
fuse.
the ice, like I told
But
you.
I put it in here. I said, beware. I asked you if you wanted a straw.
I don't want a straw. I don't want to drink it too fast.
All right, well, then just mind the spearmint.
It got in my tongue. It's messy.
You were like, it's like you're in a high chair at a restaurant.
Look who's talking. This guy can't keep chocolate off his hands, can't keep margarita salt off his chin, can't keep rib sauce off his face.
I'm getting the mint coming through here.
Yeah.
And when the mint comes through, you really got something special here.
It's very nice. Now let's step it up. Let's step in.
I made notes today. I made notes.
Let's step into. I know you read some of them. I want a counterpoint. Let's step into the
You
fun
don't sit
zone.
down at an upscale dinner and order a margarita.
You absolutely.
College girls order them in yard glasses.
You are nuts. You are nuts.
Yeah.
If you go to a
I
nice.
want to drink out of a beautiful stemmed glass, or do I want someone to put it in a 3-foot plastic glass with a frog on it?
If I go to a high-end, like Chilean type restaurant, Spanish flavored restaurant, whatever,
This guy. He's like, if I go to a high-end margarita restaurant, I have a margarita.
I get a margarita
of
before
course, if
dinner.
you're going to the culture of the restaurant that the
Well, where the
margarita's
fuck
from.
are you getting martinis at unless you're going to a steakhouse?
You
That's the
get-
only place you get a martini. Where else do you get a martini before a meal?
You get a martini.
Go ahead.
Any restaurant that has a full service
I understand they can offer it, so they can also offer margaritas. When do you get it?
Fine dining.
Fine dining.
Fine dining, bar and grills, lunches with steaks,
Martinis
burgers,
for me, it's steakhouse, oysters. That's it. That's it.
seafood.
That's it.
Margarita is outdoor patio, maybe Mexican food.
Oh, you mean all the time then? Constantly for months and months out of the year, outdoor patio? You know how much more you're going?
Here's what you have.
You know
in
how much
margarita.
more you're going to
Fat
a cash?
Tuesday. You're taking frozen margarita
You know how much-
out of a
no,
goddamn
no,
vat.
we're not talking
you're pulling
frozen.
a lever
We're not
like you're
talking
Dr.
frozen.
Evil,
We're-
and frozen margarita is shooting out.
You
It's
took-
loaded with
you took-
sugar, ice, and the cheapest tequila you'll find.
You took
People
frozen
drink them
off?
out of glasses that are 3 feet long. Then they throw
they're so
up,
delicious.
and they don't know how they got back. They just hope the cab got them
Listen
there.
to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
So many bad choices are
you
made
know
on
how
the
much-
heels of
Do you know how much
margarita
more
drinking.
frequently? Do you know how much more frequently you are sitting at a bar that is apropos for the margarita than you are fine dining at a place that's apropos for the martini?
A hotel bar, martini all the way.
How often are you sitting at a hotel bar is my
A
point.
third of my life.
A third of your life.
I'm on the road for 80 cities a year. I'm at a hotel 80 nights
You're
a
a
year.
man-
Min.
you're a man-
Not including vacation.
You're a man that I have drank with many times. Every time it's been in a margarita situation. It has never been a fine dining situation. And my point is, I'm not saying you're not a man that fine dines. I'm not saying I'm not either. But my point is you are far more frequently in the environment that is appropriate for the margarita than you are for the martini. And you know it. And you know it. Stop talking like you're
don't
only
know
going
that I
to
am.
Ruth
I don't like your
Chris
attitude.
all the time.
I don't know
Stop
that
it.
I am. When I go out to dinner, I'm usually in a place that's a martini over margarita type
yeah,
place.
yeah.
Where
Yeah,
you go? Where
okay,
you going all the
okay.
time for your
The
meals?
shit I've seen this man
You
eat.
are a KFC in the
audacity.
bucket last night. I had it today
And you were
yesterday.
jealous of
Did
it.
you get a margarita?
When are you having these martinis, huh? When you're having your melted ice cream sandwich that you take out of your pocket? Is that the fine dining you're talking about?
What?
Huh? When you're eating a plate of French fries, is that the fine dining you're talking about? When you have your mozzarella sticks?
Margaritas, when you're looking to get messy, you're looking to hook up, you drank too much. People vomit up
You're
margaritas.
nuts, man.
People make mergers over martinis.
Oh, so all the evil in the world can be connected to this drink. Oh, that's great. Let's talk.
Don't even get me started with
talk.
how many blackout people made questionable decisions on margarita drunkenness.
Let's talk poolside. Let's talk beach. Let's talk boardwalk.
You got that.
Let's talk summer. Let's talk patio.
You got the summer on lock.
I got all your favorite. Let's talk grilling. I've got all your favorite activities on lock with the margarita.
I have a dinner party. I'm making you a margarita, or I'm making you a beautiful cocktail.
You're not making me a martini either. I got news for you.
Martini, classy, sophisticated, most classic drink of all time. James Bond's drink of choice. Olives. Business people, closing mergers and power lunches. When you're celebrating or you had enough, you pull up a seat at a bar, a dive, hotel, the martini. When people are down in their luck and they go to a neighborhood bar and they want to drink their sorrows away, it's a martini.
So
when people just are celebrating something big and they go and they want... Bullshit. How?
Margarita is a celebratory drink, not a martini.
No, it's not. No. Margaritas, I have real weird hours at work. I'm drinking at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm on vacation. I'm on a budget. A frozen margarita is like the diarrhea of cocktails. It just slushes around in there with tons of sugar and red dye number 40 and purple shit.
Let me just tell you something.
And you pull a lever and it goes, it vomits out.
No,
it vomits out a raspberry frozen.
And then you off the table. You took frozen off the table. We agreed. So stop saying you pull a lever.
Well, I'm telling you, the people online are not going to know this.
They ain't my problem. You're my problem.
But we should vote what we think that they're going to be voting on.
No, we shouldn't. You said take it off the table. We did. We took frozen off the table. It was your idea. I said, okay, it's off the table. Stop bringing it up. But I'll tell you this right now. So far, your argument is this. My martini is a better drink for 3 reasons. Number 1, because it doesn't taste as sweet and delicious as a margarita.
I don't like sweet drinks.
Because
sweet drinks are hangover city. They're not for me.
Number 2, because the worst people on earth make horrible deals carving up the universe over them. And number 3, because depressed people, when they want to kill themselves, drink it. These are your arguments.
Okay, and when people want to get wasted, they just pound margaritas.
Yes!
Well, when people want to get wasted, they get martinis. My point is, a margarita is really just like, it does not have the cachet of a martini, man. You order that shit in a tuxedo. It's the president of classic cocktails.
Oh, the president. That's a good example.
It's sophistication.
Yeah.
I'd rather go down to a hotel lobby with a piano playing and my bow tie open. And I meet a gal on a gown and we hit it off and then maybe we go upstairs on the terrace and we have a nightcap. I don't want to go to some dive bar on the street where people are vomiting and saying like, "Oh my God,
yes, you're
my best friend."
That's all we ever hang out in are those kinds of bars.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, you're so full of shit.
No, it's not.
Look at this.
The martini is a choice of drunks.
Isa Bud on Twitter says, a margarita can symbol partying and relaxing for all ages over 21. A martini is a dry drink for people over the age of 70 or someone with literally no taste buds.
I don't believe that at all.
I got news for you. I got to peek at some of these comments. You are getting Kareem.
Really? Am I getting Kareemed Abdul-Jabbar?
Pimp, where are we at time-wise? We're at 30. All right.
I think you had your time with margaritas in your 20s, buddy. 30s and up, you got to side with a martini. What about a beautiful martini with like one of those, like a blue cheese olive or an olive, like a prosciutto?
Disgusting. You're talking about putting cheese in a drink. It's disgusting.
You could take a really long walk off a really, really short pier.
It's
disgusting. If you think that those types of cocktail martini accoutrements are not unbelievable. You open up a beautiful cocktail menu and there's a blue cheese, a huge blue cheese olive or prosciutto.
Makes me want a Ralph.
Oh, you're insane. It's like having a beautiful drink with a little treat at the end.
Listen to this. You're complaining.
You're shooting sour mix into your drink.
You're complaining about the amount of simple syrup in a margarita, and you're talking about putting ham into your drink. I mean, what are we talking about here? What are you reaching for?
It's not ham.
Prosciutto is ham.
It's prosciutto.
It's ham.
No, it's. Don't knock it down. Don't reduce it to ham.
I love prosciutto. I have a sandwich shop.
Yeah,
I'm not putting it into my drink.
Meanwhile, you went off last week that pulled pork is the same. You got creamed on the boards for that one.
Because I didn't know where pulled pork came from. I don't sell a pulled pork sandwich. I'm sorry.
But you have a sandwich shop, and prosciutto is ham.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry that I'm not running Honky Tonk Jim's rib joint.
If I had to pick a drink for the rest of my life, and it's either a margarita or a martini, it's a martini. I gotta be in the mood for a margarita. I gotta be in the mood for sour mix. I gotta be in the mood for heartburn. I gotta be in the mood for a headache.
You gotta be in the mood for a martini, dude. After two martinis, you're done. You can't have more than two.
That's the beauty of the martini, Ben.
That's the beauty of the margarita
you
too.
You sip that martini and you take your time with it. You're gonna rush.
You take your time with the margarita.
You're gonna suck it down with a straw.
You take your time with the margarita too. I'm saying 2 and I'm out. But I'm saying stop making it sound like the martini's not the same thing. You have 2 martinis, you're out.
I'd rather be martini drunk than margarita drunk.
I disagree.
Margarita drunk is you're gonna hurl, you're gonna have a headache, your stomach and your heartburn's going, your stomach is upset. A martini drunk is just pure, smooth sailing, riding that buzz, clean, drunk with some nice treats at the end of it. You get a convenient virtual doctor consultation and medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months. You don't have to leave your home. You don't have to go to the doctor. It's a low-cost treatment. Start at $10 a month and offers generic versions.
Prevention is key. Prevention is key. Treatment can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so act fast. But what you're doing is preventing the loss of any more hair.
It's reviewed well. Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors, and the packaging is discreet if that is something that matters to you. If you're ready to take action and prevent your hair loss, go to Keeps, KEEPS.com/tastebuds to receive your first month of treatment completely free. That's KEEPS.com/tastebuds to get your first month free. KEEPS.com/tastebuds. Joe, talk to me about cuts. You say you love a t-shirt?
I love a t-shirt.
Babe, my whole wardrobe is t-shirts. I have hundreds and hundreds of t-shirts.
And I'll tell you what I really love, a soft t-shirt.
That's right. I am always on the quest for the perfect t-shirt. Just Google me, and you'll find that out.
Cuts has done something pretty cool. They've taken the classic men's fashion staple, which is a plain t-shirt, and they've refined it, and they've combined premium quality with a minimalist aesthetic. I love that because sometimes you go into the men's section of a clothing store and you try to find a t-shirt and you can't find anything that doesn't have like a dragon on it or some sort of thorn design.
But they have all the staples too.
Yeah.
They have all the building blocks. They got t-shirts, polos, hoodies, crew sweatshirts. They make them for the man who works hard and plays hard and never settles for less, and I love that.
And they're built for performance in the boardroom, the bar, the gym. Cuts Clothing is going to keep you sharp wherever the game is taking you. In 2016, their founder, Steve Borelli,
shout out Stevie B,
set out to create clothes ready for every occasion that the modern man faces. He started by reinventing the t-shirt, and the end result was GQ magazine calling this the only shirt worth wearing.
That's right. Cuts is premium with a purpose. Each piece of clothing is designed with custom engineered fabric, expertly graded for the perfect fit, arming you for every challenge and opportunity. It's not just a lifestyle. It's not just clothing. It's office leisure apparel for the sport of business. And let me tell you something. Office leisure apparel for the sport of business. Sign me up. Athleisure has taken over my life, and now leisure clothing is going into the office.
That's what I'm saying. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/tastebuds. That's cutsclothing.com/tastebuds. Cutsclothing.com/tastebuds. You're going to get 15% off the only shirt worth wearing. Martinis are the missionary with eye contact. Margaritas are doggy style with a ball gag. Margaritas.
That's not true.
Bubba Kush.
That's silly.
Had that to say. Farouk the Governor, Martini, soiree and casinos, James Bond, Margarita, hen nights, and holidays. Any sorority girl.
There you go.
Right. Margaritas are the ultimate party drink. Martinis are a prop for people who wear boat shoes. Martini is.
Hey, throw me in a pair of boat shoes. Put me on the deck of a yacht. Hand me a martini.
Right.
You guys can have fun in your non-AC East Village.
His favorite place to hang out.
It is.
His favorite places to hang out. Margarita is devil piss. Margarita is God's sweet supple breast.
Martini is devil piss.
Martini, sorry, is devil piss. There's no such thing as Martiniville for a reason. That's a great point.
Oh, you're going to put Margarita? I was waiting for you to mention Margaritaville.
That's a funny point.
Because Margaritaville can take a walk, too. I don't need some campy, poppy, bullshit lifestyle that no one adheres to in the vein of Margarita. Margarita, you ever go into... never mind the song, the chain. It's like an Applebee's.
Martinis taste like loneliness.
Nothing against
and
Jimmy
sadness,
Buffett, if you're listening, and we know that you are.
Which is your argument. Martinis taste like loneliness and sadness. This is supporting the guy that wants to kill himself
Dude,
argument.
you give me a martini with some olives in it. By the time I'm halfway through that, I'm in a better mood. You know what I do a lot of times?
As opposed to what? The depression crushing down from a margarita?
Sorry, when I sip a margarita, I always go like this.
Oh, no, Sal.
I do that, Joe, because it's very sour.
I've watched you
It's
drink
very tart.
them.
It's very tart. I can't do margaritas all night long. That's for shit sure. You could do margaritas all night long. You're the margarita
you can't
man.
do martinis all night long either. That's what I'm saying.
No, but I'm not gonna. No matter what, when I end my martinis, I'm not gonna feel the disgusting. My stomach and my trachea and my esophagus.
It sounds like you have
aren't gonna feel the way they feel when I sip a nice, beautiful martini.
It sounds like you have a weak stomach and a weak trachea and a weak esophagus. That's not the margarita's fault. That's your body's fault.
Margarita, you have maybe one, maybe with lunch. You have them on the patio. You have them on the beach. I get that they're a vacation
Drinking a
drink.
martini is like taking a huge gulp of the Atlantic Ocean and pretending it's refreshing. That's a great point. There's nothing refreshing about a martini.
No, it's not a great point.
There's nothing
because
refreshing.
a martini does not taste like the ocean.
It's a salty
stupid
drink.
Point.
It's a salty drink, and it's not refreshing.
You are rimming your glasses with salt with the martini, and you're going to tell me...
The first thing the bartender or waiter asks you when you get a martini, salt or no salt? I go no salt a lot of the time. I'm sorry to break it to you.
I don't know where you're going when you get a
decent
martini,
bars.
But the first thing a bartender says to me is, "Hi, how are you today?"
Oh,
the bars I go to.
Yeah. All right. That's cute. Margaritas are fun and perfectly balanced drinks. Martinis are just fancy vodka mixes or gin, whatever. You can't eat a meal with a martini, but you can with a margarita.
Social media is geared toward younger people. They know nothing of the martini. They're going to speak out of turn and be like, margaritas or when I don't style people. They're not going to, martini is for my grandpa. Guess what? The country was built on the back of your grandfather and grandmother.
Babe, I offered you Moscow Mule as your option to go against the margarita. Your hubris made you pick martini.
No, it didn't.
And you said Moscow Mule is a drink for younger people, and you wanted to go martini.
Moscow Mule cannot compete with margarita. It has only crossed over
Neither can
into
martini.
Yeah,
you said martini, and I'll quote, Pimp, Martini's a powerhouse, babe. It's a powerhouse.
It is, babe.
We got to put it up. It's a powerhouse.
It is.
Well,
it is. If we were taking a poll on Facebook, Martinis would reign supreme.
Well, the power went out today, buddy.
All right.
You're
in your 40s. You're taking margarita over martini?
Yeah.
No, Joe.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's because you're trying to appeal to a subset of people that you shouldn't be hanging around with.
Who are those people?
The youngins.
The youngins?
Yeah. You want to be relevant to these kids, and so you're projecting margarita. You know in your heart of hearts, you're Grinch personified. You're an old curmudgeon, and you know for a fact that the martini is tied to your DNA. But you want to make a bold choice and bold claims that you're in the bucket with these people, these young kids with the TikToks. TikTok is margarita's TikTok.
You have a TV show where you make your friends go fart in public, and
Not
you're going to
true.
accuse
Now
me
I know you don't watch
of to a younger audience.
Now I know you don't watch the show.
You're going to accuse me?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Are you nuts?
You just reduced my show to a fart joke. I'm lucky if I have a couple of dozen of those in a decade.
Are you nuts?
Yeah, okay.
Are you nuts?
You don't watch my show?
I watch it.
No, you do. You just made the same critique that everyone who doesn't watch it does.
I
you son of a
watch it.
bitch.
I
make my friends.
I saw you
fart.
spin around.
Impossible
I saw
to do
you
that.
spin around in a whirly twirl and then go out try to carry glasses and fall on the ground. That's for sophisticated old people.
No, that's funny though.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny.
I injured my foot severe. That's not the point. The point is you are the physical embodiment of a martini, and you're trying to tell me you're a margarita guy.
I like
I look at you and I'm
martinis.
like martini and martini only.
I
It looks
like
your
martinis,
It looks
but-
like your great grandfather was Phil Martini, and he invented it.
Silver tequila.
You came into my house complaining. Well, the only thing, if you had an action figure, it'd be like Joe with movable arms, legs, and his own martini. It would come with it. That would be the thing that came with your action figure, and you have a pair. You sit there with a pair, telling me that you're a margarita guy just because you traipse all over the village and you see it on
You're
sandwich
gonna half
boards.
like this comment and half hate it. Margaritas are for people on the Joker's cruise.
I would agree.
Martinis are for people who own yachts and wear preppy sweaters or other ways. Give me the margaritas all day. Oh, he's on my side.
But
that's
this is
our
the
winner.
short-sightedness of the people that thinking that martinis, again, are only for people in boat shoes on yachts. It's ridiculous.
Sal,
it's
you
ridiculous.
made that argument
Come on,
yourself.
Go Old New York with me. Old New
But you're
York.
talking about old money. Old New York
But I'm
is old
talking
money.
about the most classic of the two drinks. I think the martini
But Sal, you
overall
can't-
has a bigger resume.
You can't say everybody thinks it's this stereotype drink that's only for these people when your whole argument is it's this classic drink that's only for those people. That's your whole argument. It's not a refreshing drink.
No, I'm not.
You never would drink it with a meal or aside from like maybe, like I said, oysters. You would... Never on a hot day order one. It's not a party drink. It's not a drink you see in most bars.
I
It's a
disagree.
high-risk
Why
drink
is it
in
not a
most
party
bars.
drink? At most swanky soirees, martinis.
Stop saying, but this is why everybody says boats and yachts, because you keep saying
But,
swanky soirees.
but do I want to go to literally like someone's barbecue and puke
I
up
don't
a
know
martini?
how to make this-
Or do I want to be in a nice
I
evening
don't
gown?
know how to make this clear to you.
Listening to a
All
big
you
band.
know is trash. Do you understand that? That's
You're
all you're ever
defending the trash
around
drink.
is trash.
You're defending a
no,
trash
you're
drink.
trying to make it sound like you're in these. When you're talking about going on the road, you're making it sound like you're staying in these Oakline hotels. You're not. You're staying in the dumps. We all stay in on the road.
No, I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm not.
That I know, but there's no pianos. You're in a W. Come on, you're in a W.
It depends.
All right,
Depends what's available.
Let's go to the polls.
I'm telling you right now, I go the way of James Bond. I
know.
I'm a classic fella. Hopefully, I'm getting better with age. I'm versatile. I can wear a tuxedo or a pair of jeans and nice dungarees. Dungarees is my favorite word.
11,500 votes. Pimp, take us to the polls.
I'm gonna get creamed because of because young people are on social media.
Holy shit!
Oh, that's gonna.
Another drubbing for DeRosa. Yes! Another drubbing.
Oh,
I
shit.
now have the top 5 drubbings on the show. 82.5% Margarita against 17.5% Martini.
shit.
Arguably our greatest defeat of all time.
I've greatly misjudged that. That's wildly misjudged.
It's been that way since 5 minutes in.
No. Oh, I am. You have a great poker face. I wildly misjudged. This is going to be a real hard shot to the cumulative stats. Did you see the stats they were putting out this week? This is going to be a hard. This is going to because that's gonna skew. Oh, that's bad.
That's bad.
That's bad. Well,
I'm
I guess I'm
curious,
out of
too.
touch.
And I'm very curious, too.
That's bad.
As a fun bonus poll.
Ooh, that's bad.
As a fun
Ooh, I'm
bonus
sweating
poll.
from that one.
As a fun bonus poll, I think we should put out at some point Margarita versus Moscow Mule, and I want to see what happens because I want to see how much closer you would have been on the
I
Mule.
don't think the mule.
I don't know. The mule, I mean, the mule's
Mules
popular.
are popular, dude. I don't know why you backed out of
Because
the Mule.
I don't think the mule is as all present as a margarita.
I think you're
Whereas
very
whereas
wrong.
a martini,
It's got its own class.
I really do believe though that the disparity in percentage points here was heavily contributed to the fact that younger people are on social media.
Yeah. Well, you
I
know
don't think
what?
that's a true litmus test.
You know what's funny? Doesn't really matter, does it?
When you're talking like food, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
like whatever. But when you're talking drinks,
So,
you know what it is? Not all people are that sophisticated. Sorry, Joe. I'm going to lean in on the sophisticated. 18% of our listeners are
over.
sophisticated.
Show's
the other
over.
82% of our listeners
Show's
are
over.
trash. Straight trash.
show's over. Still love you.
No, it's not over.
I
You
s-
have to make an announcement about we won't
I
merch.
still love you.
I love you too. But we're not cutting out yet. No, we have to do the...
We'll do the merch announcements. I still love you.
I love you too.
Now drop it and make the merch announcement. No. Make the merch announcement.
I will, but I just want to say that most of our audience, and God bless you, because we love you for who you are, and you don't have to defend yourself. But from these statistics, this information that we just got, I now realize that under 20% of our listeners are sophisticated.
Sal,
that's fine. It is what it is.
The only people that messaged me about this show are 49-year-old men. Who I don't know who these young folks
That's
that
not
you think
true.
are listening are.
That's not true. I'm sorry. When someone messages you, they lead with their age and sex, or are you asking them? This is a weird thing you just said to me.
Plug the merch, please.
Okay, guys, we're okay. Now, here's the thing. We are going to start producing merch, and we have our ideas for what we want to put them on, whether they be hoodies or T-shirts or glasses or fun things. And we have our ideas about what we want to do. You know, yes, the logo, yes, the name of the show, but we want to make some unique merch based on episodes, things we've said that you guys have latched on to, fights, any little thing that like has become lore or you know, little like taste buds canon amongst us. So we want to source you guys to see your suggestions for merch. So hit us up with what type of merch you want, and then what you would love to see on the merch. Again, whether it is a saying, a phrase, a moment from the show, a picture, a food, whatever it may be, get creative. Tell us what has you know, resonated was the word I was looking for. Thank you, Joe. With you the most. And so we're going to use that to help us so you guys influence the merch and we give you guys what you want. So please write that in the comments among your other stuff, but hit us with as many things you want. And also hit us in the comments with some matches you want to see. Because
do we have an email?
We've been looking at it.
info@tastebudspod.com. That's info@tastebudspod.com. Email us there with your merch ideas. Like Sal said, whatever resonated with you. Was it one of the battles? The title? Was it a phrase? Anything.
Put merch in the subject line.
Yeah.
And then if you want to suggest a future match, just put matchup in the subject line and send us your ideas. Because we saw a few good ones that we think we might use, and why not? We want to throw it back to you guys.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
You unsophisticated.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic, I'm talking taste buds.